Hello, I'm Melody. Welcome to Myanmar Today, and this is where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Here are the reports from our reporters. Artisitc got the story on corporate profit results disclosure in late June that stirs up the stock market. David Tanner has a story on the 12 teams that took home $20,000 in prize money at Myanmar's biggest startup competition. Williamson will give us the detailed report on how students will need to acquire not only the hard skills in university, but as well as the soft skills. And lastly, DJ Zin has a story on the Artisitc Droplets art exhibition held at the National University of Art and Culture. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. Vice President Henry Zin, who is the chairman of the National Water Resources Committee, attended and addressed the WRC coordination meeting held at the Presidential Palace Meeting Hall in Naypyidaw on Tuesday. In addressing the meeting, Committee Chairman Vice President Henry Zin said that after WRC was formed, coordination meetings were held to develop water and related sectors, effectively manage and use water resources, support effective and beneficial cooperation with international organizations, and coordinating on future works. This is the 10th meeting. Through the coordination meetings, coordination works between water-related ministerial departments and organizations, effective coordination in implementing the committee's work, and processes and resolution of water-related problems were conducted. Ambassador of India handed over the 250 prefabricated houses for the use of returnees from Bangladesh to Rakhine State government on Tuesday. The event was held in Mountall and it was attended by Dr. Wimya A., Union Minister for Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement, and Uto Ao, member of the Union Enterprise for Humanitarian Assistance, Resettlement and Development in Rakhine State. UEHRD Director General of the Disaster Management Department, representatives of the ASEAN Secretariat and AHA Center. Then a union minister said according to the MOU signed between Myanmar and the Indian government for the development and resettlement in Rakhine State, India will support US $5 million for 5 consecutive years, which is $25 million in total. According to the MOU, they are working together for 22 collaborative projects to develop Rakhine State in the matters of education, healthcare, agricultural and livestock, electricity, allocation, transportation in rural areas, and obtaining clean water. Our coordination meeting on providing shelter and aid to displaced people in Rakhine State was held at Rakhine State Government Office on Tuesday. At the meeting, Union Minister for Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement Dr. Wimya A. said the Rakhine State government and Union government are working together for the people displaced by conflicts. The government is building temporary shelters for displaced people. Necessary shelters were built in cooperation with local people and are intended for temporary use. They have been providing food to ITPs monthly since January this year. The temporary shelters are built with state government and National Disaster Management Committee funding. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. And now I believe it's time for our first report. Spokesperson from Yangon Stock Exchange commented that corporate profit results disclosure in late June stirs up the stock market. For more on the latest updates and monthly market wrap for June, reporter Artisitc reached out to YSX. Artisitc has more.
The companies disclosed their corporate results at the end of June, and this stirred up the stock market. Stock trading saw some changes brought about by the results disclosure. Currently, there are 5 companies listed at the Yangon Stock Exchange, and Myanmar Artisitc Holdings (MTSH) is leading the market for now. For more on the listed companies disclosing the corporate results, Utatong, Executive Senior Manager of the YSX, explains.
June la ro janoro di Myanmar company ubri ateya company along about Bamaba no Bamaba company along ye di janoro ye di corporate result တွေပေါ့ဒါထုတ်ပြန်ရေးညာမဲ့လာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ဒါဂျွန်လာအကုန်မှာတော့ ကုမ္ပဏီအားလုံးကသူတို့ရဲ့ corporate result တွေပေါ့နော်ဒီအရှုံးမြတ်ရှင်းတမ်းတို့ balance sheet တို့ profit and loss တို့အားလုံးကိုထုတ်ပြန်ကြေညာတဲ့လဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ပြည်သူအများအားလုံးကတော့ဒီလတော့ပို့ပြီးတော့လှုပ်လှုပ်ရှားရှားဟိုအသက်ဝင်လာတဲ့လဖြစ်တာပေါ့အဲ့တော့ corporate result တွေပုံမှာကြည့်ပြီးတော့ stock ကိုအယောင်းဝယ်လုပ်တဲ့
According to new Myanmar companies law, companies except banks are required to disclose their corporate profit results in June. They disclosed balance sheet, profit and loss, and so this month brought a shake to the public and the stock market. So trading on the exchange had some changes due to the results disclosure. The listed companies have boosted their momentum in raising awareness and knowledge by organizing the frequent seminars to engage with media and the public. On Monday, Myanmar Today Artisitc Holdings (MTSH) organized a media conference and drew considerable interest. He also continued to explain why MTSH is leading the stock market.
ဒီလိုကတော့ဒီနေ့ထဲမှာတော့ stock chain ရဲ့ listed company ၅ခုတောင်သူကတော့ဒီနေ့အကောင်းဆုံးပေါ့နော် corporate profit တွေလည်းများတယ်ပေါ့နော် dividend rate လည်းများတယ်ပေါ့နော်နောက်သူတို့ရဲ့ရှေ့လုပ်ငန်းစဉ်တွေမှာလည်းတကယ် positive result တွေအများကြီးထွက်တယ်ပေါ့
MTSH is currently doing the best on market, high corporate profits and high dividend rates, and their future plans sees a great number of positive results. And I think these are the factors that is making MTSH a leader in the stock market. YSX is currently trading the stock shares of the 5 companies, namely First Myanmar Investment Public Company Limited, Myanmar Today Artisitc Holdings Public Limited, Myanmar Citizens Bank Limited, First Private Bank Limited, TMH Telecom Public. He added that compared to previous months, June was the month with the liveliest trading on the stock exchange.
normal trade ရှိတယ်ပေါ့ block trade ရှိရပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီ trade နှစ်ခုမှာ normal trade အနေနဲ့ကတော့ကျွန်တော် share စုစုပေါင်း2,3994 စုအယောင်းဝယ်ဖြစ်ခဲ့ပြီးတော့ငွေတန်ဖိုးအဖြစ်တော့1328တန်ဖိုးအယောင်းဝယ်ဖြစ်ခဲ့ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ block trade ကတော့ဒီဂျွန်လအတွင်းမှာဆိုရင် share ပေါင်း4,29,345 စုအယောင်းဝယ်ဖြစ်ခဲ့ပြီးတော့ငွေတန်ဖိုးအဖြစ်တော့3,135တန်ဖိုးအယောင်းဝယ်ဖြစ်ခဲ့ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီ trading နှစ်ခုစလုံးမှာဆိုရင်တော့ share စုစုပေါင်း
233,994 shares were traded, which is worth of 1,328 million jats. And in block trade, 429,345 shares, which is worth of 3,135 million jats were traded. So in both trading, a total of 663,339 shares, which is worth of 4,463 million jats were traded. So trading in June, I would say, is quite livelier than previous months. According to Union Tax Law, the listed companies who entered the stock market now enjoy 5% tax reduction. But it is noted that more reduction in tax and support from government is required to promote this culture. The growth of the capital market is vital for the country's economic growth, and the government should be well aware of it and provide more support. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's the report on seminar on corporate governance with topic Corporate Profit Results Disclosure in late June stirs up the stock market. We'll be taking a look at the stock and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check out the weather updates now in the 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, cloudy and a couple of thunderstorms. The daily outlook is around 31 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 36 degrees Celsius. There is a 50% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, overcast, occasional rain and a thunderstorm. The daily outlook is around 28 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 33 degrees Celsius. 51% chance of rain for the day. Looking ahead, thunderstorms in the area through the week. In Mandalay, mostly cloudy, a few thunderstorms this afternoon. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 35 degrees Celsius with a 50% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. 12 new tech startups got a massive boost on 7th July of 2019, and Pandia, when together they won $20,000 of prize money at Startup Challenge 2019, Myanmar's biggest ever startup competition, the final weekend of the 9-day competition, which was held at Pandia's Innovation Lab in downtown Yangon. Saw 63 teams pitch their businesses to 15 expert judges. In addition to the cash prizes, each winning team also received $2,000 worth of AWS credits to develop their tech product and entry into Pandia's pre-accelerator program, a 3-month program to further develop their startups. Let's hear from David Tanner for the full report.
Startup Challenge 2019 is an event in which teams of aspiring entrepreneurs compete to see who can develop the most promising technology-based business in 9 days. The winning teams of each track will receive $2,500, and the first runner-up teams will receive $1,500 and $1,000 prizes for most potential startups in all tracks. In addition to that, all the winners will receive like $2,000 worth of AWS credits and free office space for 3 months at Pandia. As the last day of the challenge, let's hear out the perspective from Accelerator Director of Pandia, Mr. Joel Dutra.
My name is Joel, you can call me also Joel, and I am the Accelerator Director at Pandia. Yes, today is a very special day for all of us because it's the last day of the Startup Challenge 2019. The Startup Challenge is the biggest competition of tech startups in Myanmar, and this year is the biggest edition ever. We attracted nearly 300 entrepreneurs that during 9 days learned about tech startups and created business models that are being presented today.
Pandia Startup Challenge has been categorized in 4 tracks, which is really interesting. Let's dive in deep about that.
That is very important. So we have 4 tracks that are categories in which people can create startups in. So these 4 categories are Tech for Women's Safety, which means using technology so women in Myanmar will feel safer. Tech for Farms, which means using technology to help people in farms, agriculture, to get more productive. We have FinTech, which means using technology applied to finance, payment methods, and financial inclusion. And finally, we have Tech for Cities, which means using technology for helping cities to get better and more livable by their population.
For Myanmar to involve with the tech and activities, I think it is still too early for everyone to adapt through the tech of these startups. That is why I've asked also for his perspective in the area, how he want to focus and which part of the generation is he focusing on.
I think the first one is adoption. As you said, most people in Myanmar find annoying having to download an app, having an email account, download from Google Play. So older generations probably will never use many of the apps we are creating, but there is a new generation of people younger, actually eager to explore more, that can adopt. So my first challenge is adoption. The second is digital payment, because there are many businesses that work in apps and in a digital space that need digital payment.
In the event, I've also interviewed the winning teams, the Tech for Women's Safety category, Team Bullion, for their experiences and their feelings for the tech startup and how they have passed through this. So let's find out now. We are the Team Bullion. I am the team leader, Mao Winter. All of us are from Community University final year. In our internship, our mentors suggest us to participate in this Startup Challenge 2019 that is organized by Pandia. That is why we are now here with full force. We enter the challenge in the category of Tech for Women's Safety. In this category, we have to pitch a startup challenge of making women safe through tech, Our application will be available to the mass in next 3 months. For us to be the winner is this category was really a miracle for us. For the youth to strive in the verse of tech startup, I just want to give advice for to really choose and do it. As our team name's Boolean, there is only yes or no. Yes, it may be really scary at first. Like for us, it was super scary. But at the end of the day, you will certainly achieve something really awesome. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the report. Reporter David Tanner signing off for now. And you guys have a good day.
That's the report on 12 teams take home $20,000 in prize money at Myanmar's biggest startup competition. All right, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,507 jets. 1 Chinese RMB is at 218 jets. 1 euro is at 1,688 jets. 1 pound sterling is at 1,880 jets. 1 Singaporean dollar is at 1,107 jets. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 364 jets. 1 Thai baht is at 49 jets, and the Indian rupee is at 22 jets. Gold is trading at $1,396. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $64. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FIM is at 10,500, MTSH is 3,100, and MCB is at 7,800, FPB is at 23,500, TMH is at 2,950. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download the MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices. So MI Radio is always with you wherever you go. Moving on to our third report for today. With the change of working environment in the course of time, one has to be multi-talented rather than being specialized in something. Therefore, the students are to acquire not only hard skills provided by the university, but they also need to acquire soft skills by self-study or self-learning. But the movement to impart soft skills to the student has commenced in Yangon University to improve the skills and help the students learn more about socialization for their good. According to the research conducted to some of the successful people, soft skills contribute to 85% of their success, but only 15% is contributed by hard skills. Let's hear from Williamson for the full report.
With the changing educational trends, versatility in educational courses, the availability of masses of qualified personnel, the competition for job acquisition and job sustainability is becoming more and more tough. To get an edge over the competitors, students are left with no choice but to add the values to their hard skills with soft skills to exhibit their true potential. Hard skills are academic skills, experience, and level of expertise, while soft skills are self-developed, interactive communication, human and transferable skills. Literature suggests that hard skills contribute to only 15% of one's success, while remaining 85% is made by soft skills. With less job opportunity and less skills from job seekers, the students in Myanmar need to equip themselves not only with hard skills but also with soft skills. The movement to equip the student with soft skills has been commenced in Yangon University to improve the quality of the students for their future careers. The main aim of the movement is to spread the awareness among the university students that hard skills provided by the class are not enough, but the soft skills learned by self-study plays an important role in one's life career success. Some of the most important skills identified by the students are teamwork, collaboration, decision-making, problem-solving, time management, and critical thinking skills. Now let's hear from Masu Pisong, Campus Chapter Program Director at Yangon University, speaking to MI Radio.
Okay ပြောရရင်တော့ပေါ့နော်လူငယ်ရင်းနဲ့တက်တူပြီးွားတဲ့အခါမှာDroplets တွေများမျိုးရှိရပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကိုယ်တိုင်ចောင်းတင်ငယ်စာပြင်ပမှာကိုယ်တိုင် skills တွေလိုအပ်တဲ့အရေးချင်းတွေကိုယ်တိုင်ဖြည့်ဖို့လိုအပ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဘေးပညာရေးစနစ်မှာမဆိုပေါ့နော်ပြင်ပចောင်းကအပြင်ပြင်ပလေ့လာမှတာလေကိုယ့်အတွက် job အတွက်ပေါ့နော်အဆင်ပြေမယ်
This movement targets to the university student skills development workshop is apart from class skills from the university. There are skills such as leadership skill, works collaboration, and we give training to other interpersonal skills. The students are jobless after they finish their degree. Besides class lesson, there are skills that we need to acquire by ourselves, whatever education system may be. Only when we learn by ourselves from outside, then we can have guarantee in finding job. Of course, all the universities will look forward to provide the skills to the student for their career job, but we have to learn by ourselves most of the things in outside. So to meet these needs of the student, we are providing the workshop to the students. Speaking on giving advice to the students, let's once again hear from Masu Pisong.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့လူငယ်တက်ကူကျောင်းသားကျောင်းသူအနေနဲ့ပေါ့နော်ညီမကလည်းအခုလောလောဆယ်တက်ကူကျောင်းသူတူပါကိုယ်တိုင်ကျောင်းစာတင်နေနေပေါ့နော်ကျောင်းပြင်ပ activities တွေအများကြီးဝင် join ပါတယ်ပြီးတော့ကိုယ်တိုင်လေ့လာရုံသာမကကိုသိရဲ့ပညာရက်တွေကိုလည်းတခြားသူတွေကိုပေါ့မျှဝေဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီတိုင်းပဲလူငယ်ချင်းတငယ်ချင်းလည်းကိုယ်တိုင်သိရုံနဲ့မကဘူးပေါ့နော်အကုန်လုံး empowerment ပေးပါအများ sharing လုပ်ပါ
I'm also one of the university students. I do lots of other activities as well in the campus. Not just learning by myself, I also share my knowledge to others as well. Sharing is not just enough, but uphold one another, and I want to encourage to all the students that not just in the class, try to participate in other activity as well. Therefore, having degree from the university is not just enough for the student for finding job. The student has to learn by themselves and equip themselves with soft skills as multi-talented workers are demanded. This is Wunlinson reporting for MI Radio.
That's the report on the need to learn about soft skills. Don't go anywhere just yet because we still got one last report for you from DJ Zin on the Artistic Droplets art exhibition held at the National University of Art and Culture. The art exhibition of the second-year students specializing in painting of National University of Art and Culture is held at 43 Art Gallery from 9th to 11th July. Total 83 paintings of 45 students are showcased. DJ Zin has more.
In the monsoon season, when the weather is alive to be the best combination for arts, many art exhibitions are held in Yangon. Now I'm going to talk about the art exhibition called Artisitc Droplets by second-year students of the National University of Arts and Culture, Yangon. Tutor of Department of Painting said.
တင်ကြားထားတဲ့တင်ယူထားတဲ့ ဒီရေစေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဟိုပါဘောနော်ပြောတော့သင်ခန်းစာတွေကိုပြန်ပြီးချပြတဲ့ပွဲတစ်ခုလိုပဲပြောလို့ရပါတယ်
This is the exhibition of showcasing the lessons that the students have learned to the public. He also explained that the exhibition was named Artisitc Droplets because the droplets can combine to be much more amount of water. In the exhibition, 83 paintings, mainly of watercolor, by 45 students are being displayed.
သူတို့ရှေ့မှာတစ်နှစ်ပေါ့ရှိတယ်ဒုတိယနှစ်တွေပဲအဲ့တော့သူတို့တွေတုန်းကတော့ကျွန်တော်ကြောင်းထဲမှာပဲကျွန်တော်ပြတာပေါ့နော်အခုဒီနှစ်မှာကျတော့ကျွန်တော်ကဘာလုပ်လဲဆိုတော့အပြင်မှာပြတဲ့အတွက်သူတို့ဒီပြောတော့အပြင်လောကနဲ့ထိတွေ့မှုရလာတယ်ပြီးတော့သူတို့မှာအဓိကတော့ဘယ်လိုဆိုပကြီးကားလေးတစ်ချက်ကိုဘယ်လိုရေးမလဲဒါလေးတွေတွေ့လာတယ်ပြီးတော့ပကြီးကားရေးတဲ့ခါမှာဘယ်လိုအခက်အခဲတွေရှိတယ်လဲ
In the previous years, we held the exhibition at our university. This year, we hold the exhibition at the public area so that they get a chance to be in the outside surrounding. Through this exhibition, they can review the difficulties in drawing and painting and know how to overcome them. One of the students, Joe Sanlin, said his 2 paintings are selected to display.
ကျွန်တော်အတွေ့အကြုံတွေအများကြီးရတာပေါ့အပြင်လောကနဲ့ဟိုဆက်သွယ်တွေလည်းပို့ပြီးရပါဆရာတွေနဲ့အများကြီးနဲ့လည်းပို့ပြီးတော့ရင်းနှီးကြောင်းဝင်နေရပါတယ်
We get much experience and contact with the public, as well as get familiar with many artists.
ပကြီးပညာကိုတော့ငယ်လေးကတော့စိတ်ဝင်စားတာပေါ့ဒါပေမဲ့လည်းဟိုအိမ်ရဲ့အခြေအနေရရင်လည်းသိပြီးတော့မလေ့လာပြခဲ့ပါဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ဆယ်တန်းပြီးသွားတဲ့အခါကျတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးကြောင်းနေရှိတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဒီဘက်ကြောင်ရွေးချယ်ပြီးတော့ဒီပကြီးဆရာနဲ့ပဲတမှုမဲ့ဆိုပြီးတော့ဒီဘက်ကြောင်ရွေးရတာ
I have interested in painting since I was young, but I could not study well because of personal situations. After I have done the high school, I chose the National University of Arts and Culture to build my career as a painter. At the National University of Arts and Culture, students specializing in painting have to study watercolor, communications art, arts of drawing, history of art, and traditional art.
ပကြီးကားတွေမှာလည်းညီမတို့တွေ့လိမ့်မယ်သူတို့ရဲ့ဒီအဓိကဒီဘွဲတော့ရေစည်းဘွဲဆိုပေမဲ့တချို့ယောဂကားလေးတွေတွေ့လိမ့်မယ်တချို့ drawing နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ကားလေးတွေကျွန်တော်တွေ့မှာပေါ့နော်ဘာလို့သူတို့လေ့ကျင့်ထားတဲ့ဟာကိုဒီ fancy art 2 second ရပေါ့လေ့ကျင့်ထားတဲ့ဟာ
In the exhibition, you can see the watercolor paintings mostly, as well as some traditional arts and arts of drawing. They are displaying all they have studied in the first and second year. Another student, Myanmar Today, shared her happiness of getting a chance to showcase her paintings at the exhibition.
ပီတိတော့ဖြစ်တာပါဟောကိုယ့်ရဲ့ပကြီးကားရဲ့ပထမဆုံးပြပွဲမှာဒီလိုနည်းနည်းအခက်ခဲနည်းနည်းပါအခက်ခဲသိမရှိဘဲနဲ့အဆင်ပြေနဲ့ဒီလိုရအဆင်ပြေနဲ့ဒီလိုပြနိုင်တယ်ဆို
I'm happy that the first exhibition, including my paintings, was well organized with almost no difficulties. At the exhibition, the paintings of the students are to be sold with very fair price, and this is to get the benefit of their effort and to be a motivation for the students who are to start their career as a painter.
သူတို့ပကြီးကားလေးတွေတန့်ရှင်းတယ် subject လေးတွေစုံတယ်သူတို့ရေးနိုင်သမျှလေးတွေနဲ့သူတို့ရေးတာအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ပါလို့ဆိုဆရာတယောက်အနေနဲ့သင်ခဲ့ရတဲ့ဆရာတယောက်အနေနဲ့ဒီပုံမှာကျွန်တော်ဝမ်းသာတယ်
Their paintings are so pure and of various subjects. They tried as much as they could, so I'm happy and proud as a teacher. The exhibition is to be held from 9 to 11 July at 43 Art Gallery. That's all for now. This is Laura Swisson from MI Radio.
Well, that's all the reports we have for today. Now let's explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening around the world. A couple out boating on a Michigan channel came to the rescue of an opossum they saw struggling to stay above the water. Char Moore says she and her husband were boating on the channel between White Lake and Lake Michigan when they spotted the animal in danger of drowning. The video shows the opossum clinging to a flotation device that Moore's husband uses to lift the animal onto the boat. Quote, the animal is now safe on the dry land somewhere near the Montauk boat launch, end quote, Morse wrote. Police in New York State captured a horse that escaped from its enclosure on a farm and went for an early morning run on the highway. The Suffolk County Police Department said multiple 911 calls came in about 7:30 a.m. local time on Monday about a horse running loose in the traffic on the Sunrise Highway. Witness Dylan Miller captured video of the horse and posted it to Twitter. Police ate the horse, a 30-year-old thoroughbred named Opie, was found to have escaped from its pen when a tree fell and damaged a section of a fence. Opie's caretaker flagged down a highway patrol officer and directed him towards the horse, located between exit 57 and 56. A Suffolk County Department sheriff was able to help capture the horse, which was secured with a halter and escorted back to its owner's farm. I'm glad that Opie's caretaker was able to bring Opie back to the farm. That's all the news and reports on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook post and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m., and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I'm Melody, filling in for Henry for the week. We'll be right back tomorrow. Have a great day.